How early is too early to talk to kids about mental health? Today is day 126 of my Practicing Visibility series. I travel all across the country to work with kids on proactive mental health skills. So, mental health is a very popular subject to talk with kids about. I think it's very important to, but I think that because it's become so popular that we're getting a little stuck. It's just really talking about it's okay to not be okay, it's okay to ask for help, here's what depression and signs of poor mental health look like. Great, all of those things are wonderful, but when we keep saying the same thing over and over again, I feel like one, we're not really addressing where are all these problems coming from, right? And two, it's also starting to become like another thing. Another way I would look at this is bullying. Kids are talked to so much about bullying. Does bullying stop? Sometimes it helps, right? But a lot of the times it continues. So it's just become like another thing that kids know about. And I'm starting to hear that from students, that a lot of the mental health stuff that they're hearing is the same thing. I am not a therapist. My background is not psychology, right? My background is in youth development. And what I started to realize is that a lot of the skills that youth development aims to teach, so things like having a sense of competence and control, building character, how to have stronger connections, how to collaborate, be part of a community, all of these skills increase the well-being of people. So to me, we should be teaching proactive mental health skills so that it doesn't get to be so bad for so many people. I do understand, as somebody who's had depression a lot in my life, I do understand that there are situations where everything can be going great and a person's brain is still firing a certain way and it's creating mental health issues for that person. But a lot of the mental health problems that I'm hearing kids talk about or I'm hearing schools talk about are coming from things like anxiety and pressures around who they should be as people and as students. So, for example, instead of going to a school and telling kids not to stress out about things, I'm going to teach them about balance, or I'm going to teach them about how to be compassionate with themselves when they make mistakes, or how to kind of reframe the way that they view rest, or things like that. Because when we can increase their ability to take care of themselves proactively, the same way that we take care of ourselves when we go to the gym or when we eat healthy, right? We're taking care of our body. You can take care of your mental health the same way. The biggest one that I talk about is self-compassion, because I think so much of what people struggle with, I can't speak for everybody, I'm not going to do that, I will never do that on this channel, but so much of what people struggle with is how they treat themselves. And this is something I see with kids and something I see with adults. People are super cruel to themselves, they're unfair to themselves, they're unkind to themselves, they're unforgiving, they're punishing themselves, they have this warped idea of who they are and who they should be. They hold themselves to really unrealistic expectations. All of those things, when we don't teach kids skills to kind of go the opposite way, all of those things are going to increase mental health issues for young people. And that's why I talk about it. So I'm working in building this curriculum for these upcoming school weeks I have at these schools. What I'm trying to figure out is, I'm not coming here to tell these kids it's okay to ask for help and it's okay to not be okay. They, for the most part, know that, right? Especially because I was there last year and we started this kind of mental health work together. Now I'm looking at what mental health proactive skills can I teach that are going to help take care of some of these kids. I don't know. I mean, growing up is so tough and it beats us up so much. And in so many ways, it's not just, kids beating themselves up, it's society beating them up as well. And then we're surprised when so many people are leaving feeling harmed. It doesn't make any sense to me. So this school that I'm coming to speak at for a week, I'm really excited because I was there last year. I loved the kids. I loved the teachers. Didn't really get a lot of interaction with the parents, but I heard, positive things about how they received the work and how they received the kids receiving the work. The big thing this year is relationships. The big thing is how to have healthy friendships, how to handle disappointment, how to handle feelings of rejection, how to advocate for yourself in a friendship, how to call out behaviors, right? How to repair things that have been broken. I think this will not only help kids have stronger relationships, but this will also help prevent some of that damage that people do to themselves, that kids do to themselves, as they're trying to navigate these important relationships in their lives. And we rarely talk to kids about those things, other than that surface level, right? Be nice to people, treat people like you want to be treated, those kind of same things that we've heard over and over again. I didn't get into this to be someone that parrots the same messages that kids are getting. I got into this because I wanted to learn and teach skills that will help kids take care of themselves mentally and emotionally as they are growing. This is the thing that is missing, and I don't care what people think about me trying to teach this work, saying that kids can't handle it, or their brains are not smart enough. I don't subscribe to that. I don't subscribe to this idea that just because we believe that kids are not capable of handling something doesn't mean they can't handle it. And I have 8 speeches coming up. It's a really big speaking tour for a school district. But this is the first time where I was like, hey, they want me to do 8 schools, K through 5. I obviously want to work with as many kids as I can, but K through 3 is a little tough. It's a little tough because I have to treat that very differently than I would treat 3rd to 5th grade. I mean, from 3rd to 5th grade, there's a pretty big difference, but I can still have the kind of same conversation. With K through 3, I mean, kindergartners don't even know where they are a lot of the time. I mean that with all love. I love working with kindergartners, but it's such a different conversation. So I think it's more about how do we tier out the work? How do we scaffold the work? So what's the first thing we teach kindergartners that's going to help take care of their mental health versus what are the conversations and skills that these kids need as they develop and they get older? Whoa, that was a lot. See you tomorrow. Oh, I don't like that I did that.